Hello, I'm Austin Askew, the 2022 Cadet Member at Large. This year's ring premiere needs to be online, and we all know why. We wish we could all pack into Burris Hall and experience this together, but we can't. We are making history, not the way we wanted or expected to. What doesn't change is that the Virginia Tech ring began in 1911 with the Corps Cadets, and nearly 110 years later, remains a beloved tradition among students and alumni. In that spirit, we present to you the Class of 2022 online ring premiere.
Okay, lunch pail. Show me the early years of Virginia Tech.
Here's what I found.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Danielle Panico, and I have the honor to serve as your class president. Tonight is an exceptionally special night as we gather to share in one of Virginia Tech's largest traditions, the unveiling of our class ring. I want to welcome all of the Hokie families, alumni, and especially the members of the class of 2022 that are viewing premiere this evening. Despite how different we all are, we all have Virginia Tech that bonds us together. From game days to finals weeks to late nights to 8 a.m.s, we have all found a sense of community in Blacksburg. We have found over 6,000 other people who share the same experiences of walking across the drill field on a sunny day, going on late night DX runs, walking across the drill field on a snowy day, and screaming "Let's go" at the top of our lungs, only to hear Hokies return to us with that same energy. You may not know all 6,000 plus students in our class, but you share a bond with them nevertheless. When we all go our separate ways in the spring of 2022, remember that as a class, we are always one. Know that Blacksburg is always a place you can come back to call home, and know that you can always lean on your fellow Hokies, including me. Take that sentiment into the real world with you and live our class motto, always one. Live with the same spirit and passion that you have today. Over the past year, our leadership team has faithfully worked to ensure that you are the focus of our traditions. Each member of our ring design, ring dance, and special events committees have served and represented you by upholding the ring tradition. And tonight, I have the privilege to introduce my fellow officers of the class of 2022. Vice President Thomas Coleman. Secretary Daisy Eng. Treasurer Alec Bradfield. Historian Drew Perry. Male member at large Chris Daughter. Female member at large Catherine Kelly. Cadet member at large Austin Askew. Virginia Tech is one of the few universities in the country where the class ring is redesigned each year. A committee of 8 students works to design our Virginia Tech class ring so that it is unique to our experience and graduating class. Our members at large and myself, as well as 4 other students, comprise the Ring Design Committee, who has worked tirelessly to ensure that our ring is representative of our time here. It is my privilege to introduce these 4 members. Ring Design Committee member, Nathan Jones. Ring Design Committee member, Emily Smith. Ring Dance Chair, Lindsay Griffin. Ring Design Chair, Jalen Kimball. We would also like to thank the entire Class of 2022 leadership team for all of their hard work this past year. Thank you.
Good evening, Class of 2022, family, faculty, alumni, guests, and students. My name is Jalen Kimball, and I serve as your Ring Design Chair for the Class of 2022. It is my honor to welcome you to tonight's ring premiere. This nearly 110-year-old tradition transcends a mere physical ring, but rather it connects all of us together, past, present, and future Hokies. Our class ring documents shared memories and experiences that we can proudly display for the rest of our lives. Although each ring is unique, these small tokens represent a bond we all share and serves as a reminder of where our true home is. The Ring Design Committee and I have worked tirelessly to create a ring that captures all of the moments that have characterized our class. Not even a pandemic has interrupted our efforts to ensure that every detail has been accounted for. After many months of collaboration, we are immensely proud to share the design of your class ring. And now, here's how to order your class ring.
Hey, excuse me, are you all right?
Who, me? Yeah, I'm okay.
So, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I just love this university so much that I want to have a piece of it with me all the time, even when I graduate.
Well, you can, with your Virginia Tech class ring.
A Virginia Tech class ring? Well, how do I buy a Virginia Tech class ring?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's easy. But not everyone can buy a Virginia Tech class ring. You must be a Virginia Tech student with at least 60 credit hours.
Ring ordering is currently available online. Everything you need to order your Virginia Tech class ring, along with a printable ring sizer, can be found at balfour.com/VT.
You can choose from signets, women's fashion rings, and of course, the big ring, the traditional Virginia Tech class ring, all of which come in a variety of metals and finishes.
Let's talk about pennyweight.
What's pennyweight?
It's a unit of measurement used to indicate the overall size and weight of the traditional Virginia Tech class ring. Once you select your Virginia Tech class ring, you can customize it. Choose between a square, round, or stadium top bezel for the traditional ring. Your honor point can be plain, engraved, or jeweled. You can choose between a metal or gemstone top with choices of your birthstone, orange, maroon, and remember that Hokie stone you love so much? You can get it on your ring too.
Continue to customize your class ring by encrusting your gemstone or engraving your ring. There's a Virginia Tech class ring for every budget.
Congratulations! You have just ordered your Virginia Tech class ring, designed specifically for your class and customized just for you. Show it off at Ring Dance!
Greetings. My name is Nathan Jones and I serve on the Ring Design Committee. Each year, the class selects a faculty member or administrator that has made a significant impact on the university to serve as their class sponsor. The class of 2022 has the distinct honor of recognizing Alumni Distinguished Professor Rosemary Bleasner. Dr. Bleasner has been a faculty member at Virginia Tech since 1981, teaching undergraduate and graduate courses on aging, late life families, spirituality and resilience, friendship, and research methods. She has served Virginia Tech as Associate Director of the Center for Gerontology, Director of Strategic Planning, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, Assistant Vice Provost for Enrollment and Degree Management, and as Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences. Dr. Bleasner also has a special connection to the class of 2022 by serving as the co-chair of the University Sesquicentennial Steering Committee. Without any further ado, it is my honor to introduce Dr. Rosemary Bleasner.
Hello, class of 2022. I'm so honored to serve as your class sponsor, particularly because, as co-chair of the Planning Committee for Virginia Tech's 150th anniversary, coming up in 2022, I feel connected to you in a special way. We will celebrate your class's achievements as part of the sesquicentennial celebration at commencement in May and December. In the meantime, I look forward to meeting many of you this year and next. We've certainly had some unusual and challenging times since last March, and everyday life at home and at Virginia Tech has not been what we expected. Let me share some insights from my research on resilience that might be helpful. Resilience means trying to find effective ways of handling setbacks, to adapt and bounce back, and sometimes even to learn and grow from stress. People cope with challenges in different ways, by getting busy or working on a problem or helping others, by trying out a new approach, by reflecting and thinking. Our relationships with family and friends are crucial. Other skills for resilience are being optimistic, being dedicated to a worthy cause or to something bigger than oneself, and being flexible and open to new ideas. The topsy-turvy world we're living in is throwing lots of curves at us, and we'll meet other challenges throughout life. But soon you'll have your class ring, and it can be an important symbol of resilience. The circular shape reminds us that life goes on no matter what. The metal will be strong and enduring, even if it gets some scratches and bumps along the way. The unique elements of the Coach Bud Foster ring collection will remind you of managing unexpected changes in 2020, and they'll signify precious memories and relationships that will be part of your lifelong resilience toolkit. So thanks again for inviting me to be your class sponsor. Please let me know how I can help to make your Virginia Tech experience meaningful and beneficial. Drop me an email and we'll find a time to chat. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you at Ring Dance. Go Hokies!
My name is Catherine Kelly, and along with Chris Daughter, we have the honor of serving as female member at large and male member at large, respectively, for the class of 2022. Beginning with the class of 2014, the Hokie Gold Legacy Program was established as a class of 1964 anniversary initiative. Donated Virginia Tech alumni rings were melted down to be included in future gold class rings. The inaugural Hokie Gold Melt was held at the Crowling Advanced Materials Foundry located on campus. Also known as VT Fire, the foundry serves as a laboratory for students in materials science and engineering.
Since then, with each successive melt, a small portion of the resulting gold is set aside and then included in the next melt. Our class president, Danielle Panico, represented the class of 2022 at this year's Hokie Gold Melt, pouring the gold from alumni rings at the foundry. The Hokie Gold from that melt, representing the rich history and tradition of alumni class rings, will pass its legacy into our 2022 gold rings.
Good evening. My name is Lindsay Griffin, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the class of 2022 Ring Dance Chair. Our class will celebrate the 87th year of the ring dance tradition here at Virginia Tech when we gather to celebrate our accomplishments from throughout our time as Hokies. We will also leave our mark on the enduring ring tradition. All of this while coming together as civilians and cadets for an evening of a lifetime. Here is a glimpse of the best moments from previous ring dances and an opportunity for you to see how magical the ring dance tradition truly is.
I've waited for this moment since freshman year.
Oh, I'm here for Ring Dance. It's just like a really fun event where we celebrate getting our class ring.
It's honestly my favorite Virginia Tech tradition.
And this is really a night to let loose, have a great time.
Being able to be here with the crowd and enjoying every part of what makes Virginia Tech Virginia Tech.
I'm having a blast. Like, I'm seeing every single person I know. I'm looking to my left and looking to my right and seeing people all over the place.
It's a great event. I'm so pleased that they chose me, that the 2020 class chose me. I'm thrilled.
It's just being surrounded by all of the members of Class of 2020 and that we are all united by the class ring and how it just really brings all of our experiences together.
Being a part of something that's been going on for over 100 years is, it's really special to be in the middle of that ceremony because you're standing there, you're getting ready for your ring, and you know that you're making history, one step at a time.
The ring really connects me to the Hokies who have come before me and the Hokies who are yet to come. So this is really a piece of Virginia Tech that I'm taking with me wherever I go.
It's very important to realize that everything that we have as students and that we experience right now is because of the people that came before us and the foundation that they laid.
When you're an alumni and you have the opportunity to give back to your university, just come back and visit and give advice. Come back and try to hire future Hokies. That's what I know what I'm going to do.
It was really important, as we leave, to remember where we came from and just how important that is to give back to this community, because it really is special. You're really not going to find this anywhere else. I'm a full believer of that.
Once you leave, you might have left physically, but your heart never leaves Blacksburg.
It's really true that Hokies do help each other in the real world, and I want to be able to take that motto of Up Pro Sim into my future life after college.
Giving back, little acts of kindness, that's what Up Pro Sim is about, and that's when you truly become a Hokie.
Virginia Tech has given so much to me, and I want to be able to be a part of giving back to the university as I get older and throughout my career.
Hokie Nation is everywhere. It's what bonds us together, and it's the best nation to be a part of. Alumni can donate their rings to have the gold melted down and then have that used to make the new rings of future classes. So I feel like that ties in Hokies of past and present all together as we move on to the future.
Each year, since 1934, the Ring Dance Committee has the honor of planning a ring dance that embodies the uniqueness of the class, yet continues to celebrate the class ring tradition. On behalf of the Ring Dance Committee, class officers, and the 2022 leadership team, I invite everyone who purchases a class ring to the Class of 2022 Ring Dance. At a date soon to be determined, we look forward to when our class can come together to celebrate at our ring dance and this incredible tradition.
The first I'd learned about Virginia Tech was during my time at Murray State University, where I'm a graduate of. And Coach Beamer was our defensive coordinator. And then when I finished playing, Coach asked me to be a part of his staff. And I had spent 6 years coaching at Murray State. So I learned a lot about Virginia Tech then. And I just was so thrilled and excited to have an opportunity to coach at this level and to coach at a program that had a tradition and a history. And but that was my first experience coming here with an enthusiasm as a young guy and having an opportunity to reach dreams as a young man, as a person, to go to bowl games or being on TV. Those kind of potentials was really exciting for me. Obviously, my livelihood was to win football games here at Virginia Tech. I felt like my life mission, though, was to mentor young people, to allow them to have success in all walks of their life. And that's the rewarding part right now. You know, we've gone to a lot of bowl games here. We played for a national championship. We've won several conference championships. But to see the guys that I coached, to see them grow as young people, to see them now as family, as leaders in their community, as leaders in their family, and them to know, and me to know that I had an impact on that when they give me that feedback is very rewarding and something that I'm extremely proud of. But that's what it's about. You get into this thing for relationships, and when we were recruiting these guys, it's not about a relationship for a 4 or 5 year period. It's a relationship for a lifetime, and that's the one thing I'm really proud of, that, you know, I have that relationship with all those guys right now, and that makes it really special. Well, the lunch pail started when I became the coordinator in 1995, and we wanted a symbol that really identified with who we were, and a symbol that was going to separate us from our opponents. And it's something that really generated a lot of national attention, but more importantly, it was what it meant here. And if you were the keeper of the pail, meaning like our player of the game had the lunch pail for the week. If we traveled, he took it with him. He took it to practice every day. But if you were the keeper of the pail, that was considered maybe the highest honor, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, but one of the highest honors on, you know, our football team. But it also goes back to the ut prosum thing, you know, that I may serve, that I may give of myself to my teammates, to my brother, so we can achieve success. You know, we all have to be in it together, and I think that's what it's all about. It teaches teamwork. It teaches you how to deal with success, how to deal with adversity. I mean, it encompasses so much, and you know, I'm really proud of what it's done and how it's impacted our program, how it's impacted the university, and that really kind of embodies the whole ut prosum. You know, that I may serve, I'm going to work, I'm committed, I'm going to be accountable, I'm going to be responsible, I'm going to give of myself. And that's really kind of what that symbolizes and what it meant to us. Tremendous honor, tremendous honor. I'm honored to be a part of this great institution. I'm really honored that this class would consider me in that stature, so to speak. To have a ring named after you, that's exciting. And you know, I've been fortunate. Yeah, I think it's 31 rings, bowl rings and championship rings. To me, I'll probably never make a Hall of Fame. You know how that goes. To me, this is almost like my Hall of Fame. I think this makes me really feel like I am a Hokie right now. To be able to, even though my degree doesn't say Virginia Tech on it, I've spent, you know, more than 30 years here, and I'm honored, and I'm tremendously excited, and I will wear it extremely, very proudly. I can tell you that. I've met so many alums, people that are so proud of this institution, and should be, and this community. For me, you know, my body of work was really, I felt like that was what the slogan of Virginia Tech is. Ut prosum was me, that I may serve, and then I may serve this university, I may serve this community, I may serve these student athletes, and it was always about them and their best interest. But you know, that's the one thing, you know, the lunch pail mindset that, you know, we created. I think that established a foundation of a commitment to something, a commitment to hard work, a commitment to giving of yourself. And I think, you know, we're a part of something so much bigger than ourselves. You know, as I look to these juniors as they move forward into their lives, I think don't forget about the investment people made into you and what you can make of it, but don't be afraid to reinvest it, because I think it'll pay dividends down the road for all of us.
Good evening, Hokies. My name is Emily Smith, and I serve on the Ring Design Committee. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing the Class of 2022 Ring namesake. Since 1991, each class has recognized an important member of the Virginia Tech community to be honored as the namesake for the ring collection. This year, we are proud to introduce Coach Bud Foster as the 2022 Class Ring namesake. In his 33-year career with Virginia Tech football, Coach Foster served as defensive coordinator from 1995 to 2019. In the year 2000, Coach Foster was named Defensive Coordinator of the Year by the American Football Coaches Association and was awarded the Frank Broyles Award in 2006. Starting early in his career, Coach Foster established the famous lunch pail defense, a symbol of hard work and commitment. The legacy of the lunch pail continues past athletics to the Lunch Pail Defense Foundation, which provides scholarships for local high school students and supports families awaiting organ transplants. Both on and off the field, Coach Foster encourages students to be their best, work hard, and enjoy their time in Blacksburg. Since retiring from his position as defensive coordinator last year, Coach Foster has remained at Virginia Tech and now serves as an ambassador for VT Athletics. We are so honored to have Coach Foster as our 2022 Ring Collection namesake.
Thank you, Emily. It is really indeed an honor for me to be here with you tonight. I remember when I was asked to be the namesake for the class of 2022, I was really at a loss for words, and that has continued even to today. But I am extremely honored to be a part of this, to be recognized with this class. This class, you guys have seen unprecedented things in your short period of time here. But you guys have an opportunity to do something really, really special. And that is set the standard for future generations. You know, there has been several social issues have come up in your time here at Virginia Tech. And obviously we've had the COVID issues. I mean, whoever would have thought of, I know it wasn't on my bucket list to live through a pandemic. But you all have an opportunity to set the standard, to be the example, to be the norm for future generations. And that's a great opportunity for you. And I would encourage you to do that on a daily basis. Obviously, with our social issues, they've been going on for several years, for hundreds of years. And I truly do believe it's very, very simple. If you treat people the way you'd want to be treated, I think that would go a long, long way in treating people with respect and dignity and treating people the right way. I think with COVID, we don't know how long this is going to go on. And you guys are right now have set the example at Virginia Tech in a great fashion compared to a lot of other institutions and cities abroad. But, you know, you really have an opportunity to protect yourself, to protect your community, to protect the Virginia Tech community, and set the standard, be the norm, be the example for now and for future generations. But that's who you are. You know, you have a foundation right now. You are prepared to be leaders, to lead by example, to lead with your voice, to lead by action. And I'm excited for you and your generation to lead future generations. So with me leaving you with this, I can't thank you enough for allowing me this opportunity. I've been here 33 years now, 34. This to me is home. I can't tell you how proud and excited I am to be here with you tonight and how honored I am to be here with you tonight. So I'm really looking forward to here in a few minutes the ring reveal. And again, thank you so much. This is home, and go Hokies.
Ready?
I just got the light. You got it.
I'm a Hokie. Congratulations.
Ring Design Committee is honored to present to you the Virginia Tech Class of 2022 Bud Foster Ring Collection, named after significant dates in our university's history.
The founder marks the establishment of Virginia Tech.
The tradition commemorates the adoption of Ut Prosim and our school colors.
The stone. For the first time, Hokie stone was used in building construction.
The first celebrates the beginning of our Virginia Tech ring tradition.
The graduate honors the first woman to earn a Virginia Tech degree.
The dance remembers our first ring dance.
The skipper salutes our beloved skipper Cannon.
The pail recognizes the introduction of the lunch pail, an iconic element of Hokie football.
And the Sandman reminds us of when Hokies first started jumping.
The Virginia Tech class ring has been redesigned by each class every year for over a century. Introducing the 2022 ring, the Foster, created to highlight our experiences as a class and as Hokies. In a collaborative effort of Ring Design Committee members from 2020, 2021, and 2022, the university side is inspired by revered symbols from rings past and will remain constant, carrying forward 150 years of tradition through future rings. 8 stars salute the 8 Virginia Tech alumni awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Flanked by the flags of the United States and the Commonwealth of Virginia, Burris Hall, completed in 1936, stands proudly over the drill field as the historic foundation of campus. Our motto, Ut Prosim, that I may serve, sits atop Torgerson Bridge, the gateway to the drill field. The Corps of Cadets crest embodies the tradition upon which the university was founded as an all-cadet military academy. The university's shield, created in 1896, represents the agricultural and mechanical emphasis in the university's first century. The 1872 shield mirrors the shield on the first class ring, designed in 1911. The pylons represent the core values of Virginia Tech: brotherhood, honor, leadership, sacrifice, service, loyalty, duty, and Ut Prosim. The cenotaph bears the names of the Congressional Medal of Honor recipients. Lest We Forget is etched on the Rock, a memorial on Upper Quad honoring the Virginia Tech alumni who gave their lives during World War I. The Screaming Eagle, featured on every class ring since 1911, grasps crossed sabers, reminding us of the university's military heritage, history, and traditions. 3 stars represent Hokie's past, present, and future.
Designed to exhibit our unity, the 2022 class side serves as a physical representation of our years shared at Virginia Tech. 32 Hokie tracks circle the bezel of the ring in remembrance of those lost on April 16, 2007. Exit 118B leads every Hokie home to Virginia Tech. A jet soaring over the Blue Ridge Mountains represents our Hokies worldwide. 6 contrails signify each of the newly added names to the pylons. Our class experienced the first summer orientation held at the Moss Art Center. For Hokies past, present, and still to come, the tunnel to Worsham Field is the path we walk at commencement, inspiring us all to reach for excellence. A Virginia Tech football legend, Bud Foster, reflects fondly upon his 33-year coaching career in Lane Stadium as he enters the next chapter of his life. From our first drive down exit 118B to our orientation at Moss and through the tunnel to graduation, the top of our ring represents the progression of our time at Virginia Tech. "Take My Hand" can be heard as we jump together in Lane Stadium. The lunch pail defines the hard-working, hard-hitting, blue-collar defense that Bud Foster built at Virginia Tech. A cheer from the past resurfaced for the historic 6-overtime victory over the Tar Heels on October 19, 2019, the longest game in ACC history. Fireworks explode above the drill field in honor of many important campus celebrations. The Athletic VT logo sits atop a striped Lane Stadium during the first Hokie Effect game in the fall of our first year. Snowflakes symbolize the impromptu snowball fight during finals week of that year. During the same school year, our men's basketball team made it to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1967. Our beloved mascot, the Hokie Bird, serves as the symbol of our Virginia Tech spirit. A trumpet highlights the marching Virginians and the Highty-Tighties, our storied marching bands. The sesquicentennial banner celebrates our graduation in the 150th year of Virginia Tech. Skipper, named in honor of President John F. Kennedy, stands ready to fire at notable athletic and corps events. Founded in 2002, the Big Event provides an opportunity for students to live out Ut Prosim and to say thank you to our community. Crossed drill field paths and a ribbon represent our 12th year as the largest collegiate relay for life. The flaming grenade, featured on the Corps coat of arms, symbolizes our university's rich military heritage. Our class motto, Semper Unum, always one, connects us as Hokies for the rest of our lives. Footprints walk through our class logo and exit as Hokie tracks, signifying our growth during our time as students. The Ring Design Committee is proud to present the 112th Virginia Tech Class Ring. This lifelong symbol of Hokie pride is now a part of the extraordinary lineage of rings past, each a remarkable chapter in the history of Virginia Tech.